Ghislaine Maxwell just offered to name Jeffrey Epstein's top clients, but only if Congress meets a list of jaw-dropping demands. We've got the full story coming up, but please like, comment, and share Explain America. If you're done waiting for the truth and tired of the cover-ups, you come to the right place. Ghislaine Maxwell is ready to talk, but only on her own terms. In a stunning twist, Maxwell has offered to testify before Congress about Jeffrey Epstein's client list and an alleged network of abusers that we know is out there. But she's not doing it for free or even for justice. She wants full immunity, a secure off-site location, questions in advance, and clemency from Donald Trump. The offer came in a letter to House Oversight Chair James Comer after he subpoenaed her for testimony. At first, her lawyer said she would invoke the Fifth. Then they reversed course and made the deal public. So here's again what she wants: a formal grant of immunity from prosecution for anything she says. No interview inside her prison. She wants a neutral private location. All questions submitted in advance. No surprises allowed. And she will only testify after the Supreme Court rules on her appeal this fall. And finally, if President Trump grants her clemency, she says she'll testify openly and honestly in public, in D.C. That last demand caught everyone's attention. She's asking Donald Trump to pardon her in exchange for naming names. Well, Congress is already pushing back. Chair Comer said he has no interest in giving immunity to someone convicted of trafficking children. Democrat Rep. Robert Garcia added, "We do not support giving her the questions ahead of time." Well, Maxwell's legal team argues that her testimony could jeopardize her pending appeal and make it impossible to get a fair hearing in the future. But the Oversight Committee, well, at least on the record, isn't buying it. So what happens now? Without immunity or clemency, her team says she'll plead the Fifth and stay silent. But there's something else going on here. Maxwell just showed her hand. She has names, approximately 100 by her count, and she's willing to talk. And her testimony is going to be explosive if she's ever allowed to talk. So this isn't about clearing her name. It's about leverage. And that should terrify people whose names are still buried in those sealed Epstein records. We'll stay on this story because if Congress plays hardball, and we don't have any reason to believe they will until there's some kind of actual deal cut here, the cover-up on this could unravel. And we're not really quite sure how extensive the problem is that the politicians in D.C. have with this. But, we're going to keep watching because the people who speak out against it the loudest, well, they're going to raise some eyebrows. We need transparency and accountability in this, and we need the clients charged. This is not a joke. It's not a game. We're not going to be strung along. We're not going to be dogs jerked on a leash. We have our eyes on the ball, and we're going to want those clients to not only be named, but criminally charged in a court of law. We don't care what their name is. We don't care what their title is. We don't care what their position is. We don't care how much influence they have. We don't care how much money they have. We don't care about who they know. We care about justice, and that is it, okay? So until we get that, we're not going to be happy, all right? So these cover stories and smoke screens and con jobs and gaslighting is not going to get us confused. It's not going to make us stop asking questions. It's not going to make us go away. We need the client list, or at least what Ghislaine Maxwell knows, and she pretty much knows all the clients. We want those people criminally prosecuted and, if guilty, thrown in jail. That is how justice works. That is the entire reason for the Department of Justice. If you cannot fulfill this mission, we need to find people who will, okay? We don't care about the fallout. We don't care if intelligence agencies or law enforcement are exposed. We don't care. Lock some people up. This has been Kyle Beck with Explain America. If you have any feedback for this, we'd really like to hear it. Thank you for watching Explain America.